Leo, welcome to your November love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Please remember that the messages are fluid and general, so some of this may or may not resonate for you. If you would like to get a personal reading from me, there's a link in the description box below. Just download the Instant Go app, and I'm running a special. You can get a 3-month look ahead love forecast for $45, okay? So let's pull some cards here and see what's going on for Leo. Hope that you are all enjoying your holidays. Okay, one second. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What are the love messages? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, starting with the Queen of Swords, crossed by the Nine of Wands. Lovers driving the reading. The past is the Three of Wands. Crowning is the Star. Then we have the Page of Swords in the position of what's coming towards you. Position of you and your vice, King of Wands. Chariot in your external environment. We have Temperance in your hopes and fears. And the outcome is the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So let me just position these a little bit better so you can see them. And I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Romance Angels just to see what your love message is, maybe for November. Love messages, please, Spirit, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Oh, 2 cards came out at once. Okay. Playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then the codependency card here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay. These 2 cards here are just screaming one strong message to me for you, Leo, is that to just chill. Let go of any obsessiveness or tendency to obsess over a situation, person, place, or thing, and to, just be in a spirit of playfulness, to have fun, easy breezy, cover girl, you cover girl Leos, just to take it easy. Don't stress, don't sweat the small stuff. Just enjoy things. It's not that serious right now. Even if it does feel intense and it does feel serious, or your emotions are just highly affected by something, they're saying, at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night, when you lay your head down, what are you thankful for? Really narrowing things down. Now, your past position is the Three of Wands, and I don't like this energy for you, Leo, because this is very stagnant. Waiting, waiting, waiting. And you being a fire sign, that's really not your modus operandi. You are a go-getter. You are putting things out there. And if things aren't coming back in time, then you're going to put something else out. You're just constantly in motion. Fire does not stay stagnant. Fire just keeps burning. And what happens to fire when there's no wind? What happens to fire when there's no oxygen? Just kind of dissipates. And you've been in that energy in the past where you've been waiting. And when I say oxygen, I'm feeling that means a lot of the fact that there's been a lack of communication, because the Three of Wands the 3 represents communication. And this waiting to hear something, waiting for an answer, waiting to hear back, just being in this stagnant energy, and like everything else going on around you or behind you, it's like you have your back to it because you're waiting for something else, or you have been, or you've been just waiting for a verdict, waiting for an answer, waiting for something to come back into your life. That I just kind of feel like you've been looking for something in the past, just looking, 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 and waiting. And that has kept you quite stagnant. Now, I will tell you who's showing up on the board here. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Aries, another Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, and yeah, that's it. We have, so we're looking at double Aquarius, double Gemini, um, double Leo, double Aries, double Sagittarius. Okay. And that's only for those of you who just need a little more confirmation of who you're dealing with. But the Queen of Swords sits at the center of the reading. Now, you could be taking on the Queen of Swords energy where you are really just trying to get through to the truth, but you're having a hard time understanding or believing, or you could be dealing with an air sign. The Queen of Swords, she's about communication. She can be rather nasty. I feel that you are taking on the energy and of the Queen of Swords in November, where you've been waiting and waiting and not hearing anything. And now it's like I just see you like communicating with someone or putting a message out there, trying to cut through the clouds, cut through the smoke. There's been some kind of a smoke screen, and you've been struggling to keep afloat through this situation. You've been battered and bruised through a connection with someone. And you've had your boundaries up, but they've had walls up, at least you feel. And I see you here in November really just trying to slice through that and get some communication going. It's a real challenge for you to, I feel like somebody hasn't really been just opening up to you. And you're really being that curious cat you are, really trying to find out, like, get at the truth of something, the honesty. It's been a challenge for you. It's been a challenge for you to kind of sit back and strategize or figure out how you want to handle a situation. And for you, your energy in November is, I'm just going to take the direct approach. And this does have to do with a relationship with someone, because the Lovers is driving this reading. This is all about this union or this connection that you've made at some time in your life with this person or a person. Where you both, you probably had a sexual connection. That may have been the major theme of the connection. It was very passionate and physically passionate. There was much love here. This is definitely divine, a divine connection that you felt with this person. But something's going on. Yeah, I feel like somebody has been kind of stepping back away. The direct approach, I feel, is just not the approach for you to be taking. Because I feel like the direct approach is going to cause somebody that you're connected with to kind of pull back or question. There's somebody here you're connected with who is feeling also battered and bruised. Okay, they're questioning whether to continue on in this connection or not. And I don't feel like it's like you've been the batterer. I feel like it's the way that the relationship has been, because there's been a lack of truth and honesty. And I feel this person feels this way as well. Okay. Now let me clarify the Lovers a little bit more. I just want to take another look at this and see. There's a desire for reconciliation, for sure, and there's a desire for communication between you and this person. And that's what's driving this. That's what you're here for. Are we going to talk again? Is the truth going to come out? Am I going to find out? What is going on? Why did this person disappear? Why do they pull back? Why do I feel that they feel repelled by me at times? Not always, just at times. And I think a lot of it has to do with your candidness and your direct approach. Some people really appreciate that, and other people get scared off by that. Now, that's not your problem, and it's not your fault. I just see you in November really just wanting to cut to the heart of the matter, and you're just going to be blunt and straightforward. about something. Now let's clarify the Lovers, as I said, to see what this energy is. The Fool. Okay. Yep. Whimsical. Carelessness about this connection. You both definitely had a, I have to be straight up honest with you. Either you or another person. There was carelessness in this connection. There was this idea of like, okay, I found my other half, so they're always going to be there. This person's just, they're always going to, serve me or be there for me or whatever, and I can be free to come and go. And I feel like while that is healthy in some regard, there is this energy of, because of that, there was a lack of nurturing in the connection. Either that was the person you were connected with, or it was them, or you guys were just mirroring off of each other. Well, if this person's not going to put energy in, neither am I, and blah, blah, blah. It's a very, I feel like I'm hearing like the crackling of eggshells, like the feeling of walking around on eggshells. And that has a lot to do with this codependency card. Feeling like if I say this, or if I do this, or if I don't say this, or if I don't say that, am I going to scare them away? Are they going to stay away? I don't want to lose this person, but they're pissing me off. I don't know what to do. They're not communicating with me. And if I react and I get angry, then they're going to think I'm crazy and they're going to back away. But why should I keep my emotions inside? I'm only human. And so you've got all this stuff going on within you. And that is why with these two cards here, they're just saying take a chill pill right now. Get into this playful energy. Just with the holidays coming, just try to relax and just try to enjoy yourself and have fun and take the energy, take it light, take things don't get too serious. I feel like your approach to find out here with the Queen of Swords, to get to the bottom of something, get to the truth, or to communicate with an air sign, is only going to have this person put up their walls or have this person back off. Okay, retreat, take a time out. Even more, you want to draw them to you, to open up to you, and you want to allow this person to feel safe to speak with you or to communicate with you. And you can't do that if you're angry, because your anger will come off as defensive energy, and and I'm not saying that you're an angry person, but I feel you are straightforward and you don't like waiting, but you've kept yourself waiting. Okay. And maybe they initiated it, but you stayed there. So with the Star card, now some of you could be dealing with someone famous. But before I get into that, I want to just also say that this connection may have been long distance, where it required a lot of travel, and that may have induced some issues in the connection that you guys really couldn't bond as much as you wanted, or that you or this person were traveling a lot, and that cause the relationship to not really be nurtured as well as it could have been. Or you were dealing with someone who basically just had this attitude of they come and go. They just are very careless and carefree, and the Fool is like a baby. They have no responsibilities, only to himself, whatever appeases. The Fool can be very narcissistic, because children can be very narcissistic. It's just a psychological thing with children. They either grow out of it, which hopefully normal development they do, or they don't, and then they become these narcissistic people because they've never had any formal consequences or learned their lessons. So you could be dealing with someone who has a very narcissistic way about them as an adult. Or you could be dealing with a teenager like that, or it's an adult who acts like, a very young teenager. And this person just like, they're like, oh, whatever, whatever. Yeah, we connect and we meet. Maybe we have a physical connection, but then, I'm out again. I'm in and out. Now, these roles can be reversed, Leo. So I have to tell you that could have been you. And if you feel like maybe you were playing that role also, or just singularly, maybe that's something for you to take a look at in this connection. There's definitely codependency has developed within this relationship. Okay, so back to the Star. You could be dealing with someone who is famous. There is double Aquarius here now, actually triple. The Stars, the Aquarius card. We have the Queen of Swords, Aquarian energy, and the Fool's Aquarius card. So 1, 2, 3. So I am definitely going to say that some of you are, or a lot of you have been dealing with Aquarius. And Aquarius is opposite Leo on the astrological wheel. So you guys are kind of like, I'm trying to remember if it's the 1-1 sun pattern or the 5-5 sun pattern. I can't exactly remember, but it's the old opposites attract. There's something between the two of you that attracts one to the other. You guys, for the Leo Aquarius relationship, you guys definitely have this drawn to each other, but at the same time repelled by each other. And it can be very difficult. Now with the Star card, there's hope, making a wish. I see you here in your head, or you in your prayers at night, wishing for things to change, hoping for things to be better. And wishing for healing, because the Star is a very healing card. I'm going to pull a clarifying card for this. Okay, yeah, going within with the Two of Swords, going within, trusting your intuition, your emotions. Look at all this water energy. Some of you could be connected to a water sign. It could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but there's definitely an energy here of not making any decisions right at this time, or thinking about what you want to say, or you're picking up energy from others, or you're hearing things from other people. Maybe you're asking for advice about what to do with this situation, and you're hearing it, but you're not acting on it. Now, whether it's good advice or bad advice, you're not sure what to do about this situation fully, and that is why you just want to confront the person directly. But it seems to me like that's not the course for you. And I feel like there is an energy of like trying to figure out what to do right now and waiting for a sign. Some of you have just resolved yourselves to just wait for a sign to figure out what to do. Because for some reason you feel like you need to do something. And that's part of the codependency that's coming up, this need to do something. Codependents can have an element of control about them. Codependent people, or people who are dealing with codependency, believe it or not, can be extremely controlling. And if you are in the energy of dealing with this in your life, you might want to take a look at some control issues you might have of your own. And of course, don't berate yourself for that. I mean, everybody has some form of codependency. Silent treatment is codependency. You could be dealing with someone also who gives you the silent treatment, and you could be giving it back. Now, I am seeing the Page of Swords coming up. Wow. This desire to communicate with this person is going to be very difficult as far as not saying anything. This is really going to be tough for you. The Page of Swords is a truth-telling card, and this is where that energy of lashing out comes out. Gossip, stalking, spying. You have to be careful with this energy. If somebody is doing this to you, because maybe you've decided to just go silent for a while, somebody may be looking for you because you're not saying anything, or this is you maybe being resentful at yourself later because you didn't say anything. And you know what? Don't do that to yourself. There seems to be a reason why you should. I think communication is good, carefree communication, playful communication. Not hardcore slice and dice. I'm going to rip your head off for the things that you've done, and anger. That is what you need to be careful about with this person, because for some reason, whoever they are, they really trigger some stuff in you, deep, deep, deep stuff. by way of their actions and their behaviors. And sometimes the things that they say, sometimes this person can be really cutting or just say hurtful things, or they, re- they, when it's time to say something nice, they don't say anything at all, and that leaves you feeling neglected. So there's definitely some heavy duty stuff going on. Your advice is to stay in this King of Wands energy, confident, secure, reserved. The king here, I always say when I look at this card, he's got his hand on the, his finger on the trigger. He's basically like, it's almost as if there's a holster and a gun in there, and he's ready. He's ready for action, but he doesn't take action. He's ready to go, ready, set, go. This is the King of Wands for me, but he holds off and he's patient and he waits. Okay, he's not like the Knight of Wands who just charges forward without thinking. Your advice is to be conscious about your moves, about your what you want to say, more so what you want to do about this situation, because you feel a need to do something, but you're being advised to be conscious about the physical movement and to keep the words, maybe hold off a little bit from saying anything, because there may be anger. And you definitely don't want to speak out in anger. And that's a skill, I think, for those of you who are facing or dealing with codependency or have some anger stuff going on. You have to retrain your brain with that one. Now, the environment around you, the chariot is here. And this could be the other person as well. The person that you're dealing with, I feel like they are on a mission in their life. And I don't feel like you are their mission. See, because Leo, when you love someone, you're very protective and you are very, like your person is like your Leo cub. Like you care for them and you love them and you take care of them and you nurture the person that you love. And this person's energy, they don't have that in them. They strive, and I think they see that in you, and I think they strive to be like that with you, but they just can't. You are the protector of this person, but you don't own that person. And they make that known by them showing you that they have free will and they're going to do what they want no matter what. Okay. And the chariot card is a movement card. This is a card that talks about somebody who just, somebody or something, there's a mission, there's a purpose that they have. This is a card about taking an advanced directive. They know what they want in the outcome. They know what they want in the long term. And they go after that. And they don't worry about who's on board or not. They're not, I don't see them taking the energy of like taking hostages or anything. They get in their car and they seek out their balance. They seek out their truth. And if they have to travel the world to do this, they will. Whatever it is their mission is, whatever it is they're after. And I feel like, Leo, there's a part of you, because normally you want to be a priority in this person's life. And I don't feel like you have been. I feel like you've always been waiting for them to come back or to, say, hey, am I going to be number one in your life? But this person's number one mission is their mission. Now I can clarify and see what it is that their mission seems to be, or what they're going after. I don't feel like partnership is a thing for them. Now, maybe in the future, maybe not. Yeah, this person, they're on a mission to get away from their grief and their pain. They're a runner. So I don't care if this person is, Doctors with Borders or flying all around the world or whatever they're doing, or they're trying to change the world or bring knowledge and stuff. It's all a mask because they're hurting. They had a deep, deep, severe pain at some point in their lives. And for them to turn around and see that there's two cups here, you and them, the Two of Cups, that there's love here, They are just like they've been in grief that it's almost become a normal for them. And when pain comes or any kind of emotional disappointment happens, then they get right back on their chariot and they head towards their mission. And then they do this, well, I'm going to be bigger and better. And this is how they compensate. And you know what, Leo, you're here and you're hoping for this, Two of Cups energy. You're hoping that, the angels are going to bless you and they're going to work on this behind the scenes because you don't know really what to do anymore. You are just like, I am. How many more times can I communicate? How many more times can I express the truth to this person about what I want and what I need? And they just don't, that's where the codependency comes in. You can't change this person. You can't fix them. You can't heal them. Their wounds have nothing to do with you. You didn't cause these wounds in them. They came in with them open and they don't know how to heal them. I mean, the only thing you can really do is set an example of healing, but you just can't. This person, I feel their energy is just going to be in and out. They can't take, they either they don't believe in the spiritual union of the soulmate, the twin flame, whatever the connection is. Either they don't believe it or they just get so scared that they run from it as soon as the closeness happens, or as soon as, because they fear they will be abandoned. They fear that they will be hurt again. And so they keep a distance with you. And that's tiring for you. And that's creating codependency in you. Well, if I just do this or if I just do that, and this person may be suffering from addictions. And when you're in a relationship with someone who suffers from addictions, you too suffer from addictions because their addictions are affecting you. And then you become codependent, right? So the outcome here is the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. The outcome is stability and structure. The Ace of Pentacles is a new potential for that to happen. Now, I will say that I do feel that this person you're dealing with, they could be a father. This person, honestly, is waiting for a big payout. And this is what they're chasing. I'm hearing that song Waterfalls from TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls, Stick to the river. You are their river. Okay? But they are chasing waterfalls. And this is what they're doing. And they maintain this attitude or this they maintain composure. This person doesn't demand respect from others. They command it by way of their presence. The emperor represents all of the kings. This person is they're when they make a wish, it's not for love, it's for material things. This is what this person wants because this is the only way that they feel that they can sustain a sense of purpose in their life. Love just, I think there are some people who just get heartbroken so badly that they just don't ever recover. They are wounded for life. And some of them, they dive deep into their spirituality, but there's such a fear. The fear is so great in certain people's lives that have suffered such a deep wound, and some do recover. It just is such a long way back, and I feel the person that you're dealing with, this wound that they have is so deep, and it's like you feel it, you sense it, you pick it up. And that's why your codependency comes in, because you want to help them, because you have that big lion's heart, but at the same time, you're suffering too. And so you need to, I feel like with the playfulness card for the month of November, you really need to take a break from saving this person. You need to take a break. And that means you need to go out, have fun. You need to just take a time out from them for a little while. I feel like they are in November. This person is going to They are going to receive some kind of a gift or something of monetary value or an award or a reward of something. And I do feel like they are going to, they're not going to come right out and show it to you, but you will see it around them. It's going to boost them up even more, and it will make you happy for them, for that aspect of their lives and the things that they are receiving, because they've mastered the art of their mental awareness, their physical self, their they deny their spiritual and their emotional self. They're not at that spot yet. Okay. Nine of Swords, but they're not happy with this. They're not happy with this. They put on airs as if they are, the emperor and they've got it all together and they're the king of the hill. They put on airs about this and that, they've got trophies and awards and money and, all these gifts come to them all the time and but you know what? This person is stressing every single night. It's such a terrible thing for them, and I feel so bad. I almost feel like praying for this person seems to be your only recourse during the month of November. I just want to pull one more card from the Romance Angels to see what the other message is. What else does Leo need to know for love with who they're dealing with? Okay, Leo, this is your message. You deserve love. You are lovable. Now, does that mean you need to go out and find someone who will give you what you need or what you want? I mean, you can if you want. Maybe you're ready, maybe you're not. Maybe you're done. Maybe in this time period, you just need to really remember that, hey, I deserve love too. And I'm constantly giving to this person and they're just taking because they don't understand that they're hurt. And I'm, filling in these gaps. I keep refilling these cups of theirs, but they keep spilling them over. And you know what? I'm going to fill my cup. And I know a lot of you are just sometimes in this place. You're like, oh, I'm so tired of doing this. I just want to be with this person. Well, guess what? It's not time. You just need to let go for November. Your timing here, I know just because you want it doesn't mean it's what's meant to be and it's time for you to be with this person, right? Because you're not in alignment yet. How long will that take? Who knows? All you can really do is be an example. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. You have to say this to yourself every single day when you get triggered by this person. You have to start loving yourself. And I don't mean you need to go out and get your hair done or things like that. Like, you really need to start making an appreciation list of all your wonderful qualities and to give thanks. Really, just to give thanks. And I'm trying not to be preachy here, but I just feel like with this person you're dealing with, you fell in love with a wounded soldier. You fell in love with a wounded soldier. And you have so much love and you feel your love can heal them, but your love can't heal this person. God's love can heal this person. And if that's the path that they want to take to get their healing, then pray for that. Pray for that they heal these wounds, because all your effort and energy that you've been putting in forever and ever, for however long, you're still in the same place and you're still going around in this vicious circle with this person. Cut the ties, cut that emotional attachment to this person. Work on that for November, and just give it to God. Let the universe, let the angels, let God work the miracle in their life. You are not the fuckboy whisperer, or if this is what they are. You are not the player whisperer. You are not the wounded soldier, wounded warrior whisperer. You may know the path to take and you could show them the road, but they have to walk it, and so that's your reading. It was kind of tough, and trust me, I'm a Virgo. I try to keep it real. What's coming to me is what's coming to me, and I don't like to, I don't believe in fairy tales or that unicorn stuff. We keep it real here. I never even watched Alice in Wonderland because I remember I started watching it when I was young, and I just was like, the hell is this shit? Why is there like caterpillars smoking weed? Like, I was just like, this makes no sense. If it doesn't make sense, it has to make sense to me. I'm a Virgo. If it doesn't, I don't live on cloud. I don't live in the clouds. I've tried. Believe me, I've tried. Even Halloween, I'll be like something practical. Like I can't. I don't know. It's just how I am. And and then there's people who just love all that fantasy stuff, and I'm like, no, it's weird. That's just me, though. Leo, enjoy your November. Have a happy Thanksgiving for those of you in the States. And I will see you guys in December. All right, take care.